And now let me welcome onto the field of 68, Oakland head coach Greg Kampe, fresh off of winning the Horizon League automatic bid. Greg, you punched your ticket to the NCAA tournament tonight. How you feel, man? You ready to go? You energized? You a little bit tired? What's going on over there?
I'll be up all night. I mean, this is crazy. It's been a minute for us. We went 3 times in 6 years. We changed leagues, and as good as our teams have been, yeah, I've had some great teams. I mean, I've had 3 NBA players that didn't get to go to the NCAA tournament. So to do it is special. You just don't know how hard it is. Our league has 5 teams that won 20 games, and we had to play 3 of them in this tournament. And to win the regular season, and then Jeff, I read a tweet of yours like on either Monday maybe or Sunday that 4 of the number 1 seeds had already been beat, and like I was so mad at you for tweeting that because I was scared the hell out of me, man. And we were able to do it. I can't, man. It's hard, and to do both it's just I got special kids, and every coach is going to say that, right? At this time of the year when they win, my team is special, but we really are. I mean,
but you were picked. Listen, Greg, you were picked towards the bottom of the league. Nobody knew how good you were. When did you know how good you were?
Walking off the floor at Ohio State. We opened at Ohio State. We led for 34 minutes. We got a bad call with a minute to go, down 1. Lampman should have been at the free throw line, a 94% shooter to shoot 2. And they gave them the ball out of bounds, and they made a 3, and they beat us. And then we go to Illinois 3 days later, and at Illinois, in that environment, we're tied with 6 minutes to go. I knew we had a real chance. We won at Xavier, but we had injuries. Lampman was out for 7 games. You go through the ups and downs of a season. I mean, we won tonight without 2 of our starter and our 6th man, Rocket Watson, and didn't play, and neither did Isaiah Jones. And Isaiah Jones is 6'7". He could have really helped us defensively. So you go through those ups and downs and those trials and tribulations, and this group was able to do it.
Jack Golke, I think he might be my favorite player in college basketball. Do you know what his numbers? Do you know how many off the top of your head? Do you know how many shots he's taken this year?
I didn't until I saw the thing went viral. I guess during the game last night, ESPN put out that he had taken 307 shots, and only 7 of them were 2s. I had a guy a few years ago when we had that great team with Kay Felder, took Michigan State #1 in the country to overtime. He shot Max Hooper. He shot 245 shots for the season, and they were all 3s. And coaches were coming up to me late in the season going, I told my guy to fall down and just let him go shoot a layup. And I said, it ain't working. Max ain't doing that. We had a deal when we got into the last 5 or 6 games. We had a deal that unless it was a game winner and you could walk in there and score it, you didn't have to. So, that's not unusual, but Golke's well over that. I mean, he's 60, 70 more shots.
Yeah.
You mentioned you've had some NBA players. You had a player tonight put on a performance of a lifetime. I mean, legitimately, Trey Townsend, what he did tonight all around, right? I think he finished with 38, 11, and 5. Is that as good of a performance as you've had in a clutch moment?
Absolutely. And I told him in the locker room before the game, I said, the last thing before we went out, I said, March makes heroes. Somebody's going to put a cape on tonight, and we're going to win. I don't know who it is, but someone's going to put a cape on, and Trey Townsend did, and it was unbelievable. But, I mean, he's a player of the year in the league, and it's an unbelievable story. But tonight he was special. I'll tell you a quick story. With about 6 minutes to go in the game, there was anybody's game, right? And something was going on the scorer's table. So I'm standing there with the 5 guys on the floor, and Jack Golke comes and he punches me in the chest, and he looks at the other 4 guys, and he says, this is Trey T's night. The ball goes to him. And Lampman then grabbed me by the shirt and said, and yelled at those guys, the ball goes to Trey T. So when you got guys that good that are scorers, that are smart enough to know he was dominating and they got him the ball, it makes me look like I'm smart, but it's not me, it's them. I mean, it was never In my whole career, I've never, and I've been around, you know.
Hey, I was gonna say, this is year 40. Okay, you're the longest active, right?
Yeah,
You
longest
got
tenured.
it.
Yep.
I mean, you're the grizzled of the Grizz. You are the grizzled veteran. I mean, of all the coaches right now, you are the guy. How much did this one mean to you, Greg? Because of kind of where you are in your career, and I'm not saying you're going to retire tomorrow, but certainly, I don't know how many more years you're going to go, and you haven't gotten one in a little while, like you said, changing leagues. What does this one kind of mean to you, putting it into context?
Well, from a personal standpoint, at this stage of your career, I don't need any more ring. Nothing's to justify what I've done, you know. I want it for the players. When you coach a Kendrick Nunn and a Kay Felder and Jamal Cain, and they don't make it to the tournament, you feel bad. You feel like you've let those kids down. And so I've felt bad. And we had 4 straight years where we lost on a last second shot. And I mean, it was gut wrenching. And so I will tell you, I'm as happy as probably I've ever been in this business tonight, because
Awesome.
yeah, it's special. It's special for Trey and Blake, but more importantly, to get Oakland back to where we used to be. And I mean, we've won championships. We just couldn't win this tournament. Right. And so I feel really good right now. Honestly, I really do.
All right. So who's the better shooter, Trey Townsend when he's on the block, or Trey's dad when he's got the camera up there in the press section?
So everybody asked me, you know, Trey's dad, 6'8", and I said, I only used him. He started every game to get the opening tip, and then his ass was on the bench, man. He couldn't play. Trey got all the talent. It probably came. His mother also played at Oakland, so it probably came from her.
Classic. Well, listen, congrats. Get to wherever you're going to celebrate. I hope it's a nice cold one. It better be.
We're on our way to a restaurant right now. I haven't eaten in 3 days, so I'm really hungry.
Listen, congrats, Greg.
Hey, what
Kampe.
do we order? What are we getting to celebrate, Greg? What's it gonna
Well,
do?
I wanted to go to Portillo's, but they're closed, so we're going to some chicken wing place. So, what I really want is a Opus X cigar. That's what I really want, but that'll come tomorrow.
There you go. Well, listen,
You
make
earned
sure
it.
you earned it. Celebrate with it. Take a couple days here. You don't have a scout that you have to worry about for another 5 days, so you can enjoy it, man. Get some sleep, get some food in your system, and go celebrate, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks for having Oakland on, man. It feels good to be back in this tournament.